Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This Photo News Fix is brought to you by Datacolor, who want me to ask you one simple question. Do you calibrate your monitor? Right now, you can upgrade to the top-of-the-line Spider 5 Elite Plus from any brand for only $139. Head on over to datacolor.com/fro for more info. First up, it's never a good idea to check your expensive camera gear when you fly, but at the very least, if you're gonna do it, don't do it like this person did. The Leica store in Manchester, Stephen, that's England, not Tennessee, posted a story about a woman who brought in a broken Leica 50mm f.95 Noctilux lens, which is priced at $11,000. She also brought in her brand new $7,000 Leica M10 because she had a slight scratch on her lens. And by scratch, I mean a completely shattered front two elements. So here's what happened. The woman checked a semi-firm case, I like the sound of that, Stephen, with the extremely expensive lens mounted to her also extremely expensive body, and when she arrived at her destination, she found her lens smashed and the camera would not turn on. In my opinion, she would have been better off wrapping her gear in $100 bills or £100 bills, because she's from Manchester, England, Stephen. Maybe that would have protected it better than a soft case or firm case. Hold on just a second. We have a live report coming from the baggage handler. Go ahead, baggage handler.
This is a geezer that does the bags, and I want to let you know they handle the gear with utmost care. And by care, I mean we toss off as many bags before we bugger off to the pub. Hey, so anyway, I'm going to get a bite. Goodbye.
Okay, Oliver, thank you for that report. Now I wonder which one she was, a doctor or a lawyer. Well, anyway, the moral of the story, don't be stupid. Next up, we have a painful story for all the men out there involving a first pitch, a cool painful photo, and a photographer. Before every baseball game, there's a ceremonial first pitch. Hey, Steven, remember when I got to toss out the first one at Canon Expo? The scene of the incident was Fenway Park in Boston, where a 17-year-old high school pitcher by the name of Jordan Landry had the honor of throwing out the first pitch. Being that he's a pitcher, you would expect that he would throw one right down the middle. Well, that wasn't exactly the case. Steven, roll that footage.
All right, Jordan, fire it in there.
Just a bit outside.
As you can tell, the pitch sailed just a bit outside and nailed photographer Tony Capobianco right in the nuts. Steven, I'm not sure why the other news sites are beating around the bush and saying that it hit him in the groin. It clearly hit him in the nuts. This is why I have 0 female followers. The good news for Tony is that he ended up with a fantastically timed photo. The moral of the story is always wear a cup when you shoot photos. Is this how you wear it? This is where it goes, right? I'm Bane, Batman. Steven. If you're watching this on Facebook, please give this a share. And finally, Canon beats Nikon at the ISA. Steven, ISA, we'll go with ISA Awards, but Sony took the top spot by being crowned the European Camera of the Year Award for the brand new A9. Now, if you're like me, you're wondering what ISA stands for. Well, it stands for European Imaging and Sound Association, or as I prefer to call it, EVA. ISA was started in 1982 and is made up of 53 special interest magazines from 25 countries. Steven, I wonder how many magazines there were in 1982.
I got 3 Playboys!
Let's take a look at some of this year's winners. The Canon 77D won for Best Consumer DSLR Camera. The D7500 won for Best Prosumer DSLR Camera. The Canon 5D Mark IV won for Best Professional DSLR Camera. Sigma won for Best DSLR Lens for the 135 f1.8. And Huawei won for the Best Smartphone Camera. Sony ended up winning 6 categories and were crowned World Champions of the World. Here's my issue with awards like this. Who exactly are the people picking the awards? In this case, the judges were made up of a photography expert group, which is populated entirely by magazine editors from Europe. Yep, people who don't make a living taking photos. They just write about it.
Isn't that what you do?
No, Steven. I make videos. That makes me more credible. This just in, the Golden Fro bobblehead for Best News segment goes to the Photo News Fix. And here to accept the award on behalf of Fro Knows Photo is Me. Thank you. Thank you. Yay, I'm so amazing. I've never been a big fan of these best of lists because they just seem to be like they're made up awards. But I'm proud to announce the first ever Fro Awards will be brought to you by Sony. And there you have it, that's your photo news fix this time around. If you're on Facebook, don't forget to give this a share. And to check out the last photo news fix, go ahead and click right up here on the screen. And that's it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.